Ademe. Dechi. Ay! Yes, friends, that's what's on the menu today. Welcome to Nanaba's Kitchen. And it's straight up seafood Ademe Dechi. I have some salmon filets and I am seasoning them generously with this applewood smoky salt. And they're gonna go into the oven and bake at 475 degrees Fahrenheit until they are brown and firmed up. A few drizzles of some garlic oil, to create that light greasy situation so things don't stick around. Make sure it's coated evenly and throw it into the oven. Now, I could leave it fresh and throw it into the soup, but hey, this is a way of introducing more flavor. And I love my layers of flavor, so here we go. Next thing I'm gonna be working on is grinding or processing my aromatics. So I have my Scotch bonnet, some ginger, some garlic, and a handful of onions. Now I'm going to create that coarse surface so I can grind this to a coarse, almost between smooth and coarse texture. Now, the ademe is the green leafy vegetable, the main ingredient in this preparation. It is also known as Molokai leaves. At the stores, Oriental stores, you'll find them fresh. Now, it's also known as saluyot, Ewedu. I know Nigerians call it Ewedu leaves, and also ayoyo is another name for it. Now I'm going to clean them and I have them fresh. Hey, we get them here in the summertime fresh like this, and I have already plucked the leaves from the stems. I've added a little bit of salt and I'm just going to soak them for about 2 minutes so that any unwanted microorganisms that can cause disease will be completely destroyed. All right, so after that, I remove them from the water, give them a couple more rinses, and we are ready to go. So basically, what your sister madam is doing right now is prepping all of the ingredients. So when we start cooking, we don't have to do any prepping. We're just cooking. Yes. Now, this is a popular dish ranging from the Volta region of Ghana, West Africa, and there are several different preparations for it, friends. I think that what matters the most is the final product. It needs to be tasty. It needs to have a little bit of slime to it, and I think we're gonna do exactly so keep on watching. My family members from the Volta region, my Airware family members, I wanna for more here. Sister Madame or Fremo. Anyway, let's focus. So I have 6 fingers of okra, fresh okra here, and you certainly can use the frozen. What am I using okra in this dish for? To really kick up the slime. That's all it is, to give it a jump start, friends. Sometimes when we get the leaves, honestly, I have used them before to make ayoyo soup for my diehuro or my tuzafi, and I didn't really get the slime as much as I would have loved to see in the dish. So I'm just trying to be extra cautious. I want my slime. So basically I'm just gonna blend it up with a little bit of water just to get the slime going. See that? Perfect. So in this wok, I'm going to pour my okra mixture into it, and I blended it really fine, and add lots of onions because onions help the slime to develop even more. All right, and I have the heat on medium high. And the minute it comes to a boil, I'm going to add some water to it. And basically, I just washed the blender cup with a little bit of water. Wait for it to come back to a boil while beating it at the same time. Now, you can use baking soda to bring more slime into the pot. Today, I'm eliminating that. And just going with the natural way of bringing slime, which is really blending the okra. And then the leaves go in, just like so. Now, what I am attempting to do by putting the leaves in whole like this, because I could have chopped them first, but I want them to soften and the slime starts building up, and then I'll go in and beat them up chop them up while they are in the pot. And that's basically how it's done originally back home in West Africa, Ghana. They will use a special broom, you know, the back of the broom, to whip this until it is broken into smaller pieces. I'm using my pair of scissors. You can use a wooden spoon and just give it a good whipping and that should do it. But the scissors helped too. Look at that texture. That's exactly what I'm going for. The whipping action is necessary for tearing the leaves up into smaller pieces and also developing that slime we love so much in this dish. Perfect. I don't want to overcook it, so I take it off of the range once I see the slime has formed and set it aside until later, very soon. Now we're going to cook. So I have a little bit of palm oil, just a little bit. You don't need a whole lot for this dish. The palm oil is really for flavor and it brings that authenticity. Now, in my opinion, you can do it without the palm oil, all right? You can use a healthier oil if you prefer. I've added my cured fermented fish to it, known locally in Ghana as momone. And you can substitute this with your shrimp paste or your fish sauce. All right, I've also added some chopped onions to it, and I'm going to cook this until the fish infuses into the oil as well as the onion. So the minute it becomes fragrant and the fish disintegrates with the mechanical force I applied to it using the spoon, we are good to go. The onions also become softened. We add our ground ingredients. All of our aromatics go in. And we're gonna fry all of these together until we lose a little bit of the moisture from the ground ingredients. Continuing to build up on the flavors. So I've added some crayfish powder, which is a dry smoked shrimp powder, as well as some vegetable bouillon and some dawadawa, which is the locust bean, the black ingredient. I've also added a little bit of water after rinsing my asanka or potoyowa, which is the earthenware grinder. All right, just with a little bit of water. I also have some smoked fish here, friends. So you see, we are building on these flavors, right? It's gonna be so good. That goes in. Now this fish I have broken into pieces on purpose, and I have also washed them thoroughly, and I soaked them after washing them in some water and left them in the water to soften. This soup is seafood, so I've added some crabs as well as some prawns. The prawns have been deveined, the shells are still on, as well as the heads. We're going to cook with the lid on for just 3 minutes. And now you see the prawns have turned color as well as the crabs. And they have been infused with all the flavors in the pot at the moment. So everything is looking good, friends. Give it a stir. And I have some fish broth I recently made and shared the video. So that is going in to bring more moisture. We could use water, but if you have broth, please use it, because then you're not diluting the flavors you have built up so far. And your salmon should be coming out of the oven all firmed up brown with the skin all crispy and absolutely delicious. We're going to break it down into servable sizes. Listen to the sound of the skin. Oh. That skin came out so crispy and yummy. It was seasoned well, and the fish has firmed up too. My initial plan was to not include the skin, but it was so good and I did not want to waste it. So everything went into the pot after I snacked on a little bit of the fish and most of the skin. All right, so now that's going in, and the smokiness too from that salt, that applewood smoky salt. Ooh, it was so good. Submerge all your salmon pieces into the soup base so that that natural exchanging of flavors occurs. And then the final very important step is to bring both components together. Now look at that. Now look at that. That's speaking lots of goodness to me. The slime is beautifully developed, friends. This is so healthy for you, and it is absolutely delicious, friends. Whoever said healthy, nutritious food couldn't be tasty? That is a pure myth, because this dish right here defies it completely. Debunked. That lie. Now, for some fresh final crunch and color, please add some chunky onions, peppers, and chilies. And just take one good look at this soup. Oh man. So it is soup, all right? Even though we cooked it using the Ghanaian stew preparation style, it is soup. All right, so there you have it. And this was paired with a wakbale, all right, which is banku made with corn meal, non-fermented corn meal, which recipe we'll be sharing in a few days, so keep on staying tuned. Yes, friends, I enjoyed this. The whole family did. Even my husband enjoyed this despite the slime. I hope that you are inspired to try this recipe. Please do, and come back with your feedback. That is the awakbale. And that was pure decadence, that bite. Make it a great day, friends and family, and have fun, especially in that kitchen. Thank you, beautiful person, for watching the video all the way to the end. Kindly leave me a comment and subscribe down below, and don't forget to share the video as well. Also, watch more videos. It is chop time, and here in Anaba's kitchen, chop time is always yes, friends. So pull up a chair. We are all friends and family here.